let's start with our warm-up and we will get moving into our last body weight circuit. Let's see if the lighting's better. You see me more now? Spin the light. The other advantage to being here is I do have studio lighting, so I do use it so you can actually see me. I don't know. I look a bit like a shadowy figure. They all know the drill now. There's a dial.
That's it.
It's at 100.
100.
Okay.
Because there's so much contrast.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Oh, that's much better.
Is it?
Yeah, I can see me. So, all right, let's start with our warm up, everybody. Rob's already marching. All right. Starting with forward arm circles, palm facing down. Again, you want to start slowly because we haven't done our mobility work today. So I don't know about you guys, but I've had a coffee and sat on the sofa until I came here. So let's get it a little bit faster. Make sure your arms feel connected, that you feel like you've got control of the whole limb, and now small and fast. That there's not, you're not wiggling, you're not a Twizzler. That's what my coach calls it. And backwards, palms facing up. A little bit smaller, a little bit faster. And last 10 seconds, really small, really fast. Moving into our squat to hip opener. So squat, nice big external rotation of our hip. Really try and see how much range of motion you can get in these movements. Moving into good morning. So up, hands up by our ears, by our elbows are here. Think about pushing up with those hip flexors. Knees are nice and soft. We have a feline audience here in the basement today. They're going, wow, that looks like a lot of work, you guys. Leg swings, a little bit of balance. Really engage your core. Switching. Alternating toe touches. Take your stance a bit wider. Really get that rotation as you go down and come back up. Really think about all three pieces of this movement. Our YTWL, so a bit of a forward fold, up for Y, down to T, into our W, and our L. And again, Y, T, W, L, Y, T, W, L, Y, T, W, L. Last 30 seconds, skaters or curtsy lunge. Again, really pushing from side to side. Think about that outside leg springing off. Moving in multi-directions also challenges your brain, which improves your reaction time. Good work, everybody. Get a drink. Ready to start. Just going to double check that my timer's set properly. So I'm not going to demonstrate. You've all been here. We're going to start round one with our squat taps, though. We'll start with this one as a warm-up. Then we're going to do that squat walk, right? That squat lateral walk. That's one of the changes that I made. Let's just see, 4 sets, 8 exercises, 40, 20. Yeah, we are good. Then we move into split squats. And then single leg deadlift, down for donkey kick, then our hover push-ups. So again, slowly going down. And then when you get to about here, just pause for a hair and then push up, right? So you're not getting all the way to the ground. You've got that point of tension. Then we roll over for flutter kicks or scissor kicks, windshield wipers, and then 30 seconds of hollow hold, which I'll count. You don't have to do the whole 40 seconds because that's just me. I will tell you a little fun fact about things like good mornings, split squats, reverse lunges. So I've been doing a lot of that in my weight training, and I went up because my reps are going down, which is what we're going to do next month. I had 75 pounds on my back doing good mornings on Friday morning. And yesterday I was like, this is so sore. Like my hip mobility must be off. No, these muscles are now working, right? So when you look at those exercises and you think, oh, I'm not working very hard, you are working those muscles. As you increase the load, as you increase the intensity, you will feel it. Because I was like, wow, these are, I've been doing my mobility work. What's going on? Well, it's because I'm challenging them, right? And so sometimes you don't even realize until you start increasing the load which muscles are working. So my takeaway was I'm actually using the right muscles in the exercise. I'm not happy about the pain, but it'll subside. It'll go. This too shall pass. All right, getting ready. We're going in 10 seconds. We are starting with squat taps for this round to get ourselves warmed up. I want you to try and see how low you can stay, right? Like when you're in the squat tap, you're not bouncing. Big sunblock there. You're not bouncing, right? We're trying to stay low and just move from side to side, okay? No, it's when I stand, I have this beautiful halo right across my face. Okay. It's very angelic.
Play the music.
It's a serious group. They didn't think that was so funny. Okay, getting ready and go. How you maintain this is by engaging your core while you're moving your legs. Good work. Nice, Joanne. Stabilizing our core is so important in paddling. Any chance we get to practice that only benefits us when we get out on the water. 5 more seconds. Switching to split squats. So again, it's a static lunge. We're going down, pushing up nice and strong. Face this way. I'll call a halfway point. We're going in 5 seconds. Make sure your torso is nice and tall and you're pushing up nice and strong. You want to feel those muscles working. It's not your torso that's lifting. Your legs are driving your torso up. Switching legs. A progression on this exercise is to elevate the back leg. Switch, single leg deadlift. Again, this challenges our balance, so you can have your hands out to the side. If you really want to challenge it out front, but it's the leg and your hip that is driving your body back up. Go. Progression is to stay hovered the entire time. You can touch down if you need to for balance. Driving up, nice and strong. Engage your core. Pull your core up. Pull your core up as you come up. Do what I say, not as I do. Switch legs. Those muscles I told you guys about are going, no. Down for donkey kick. So tabletop, neutral spine position. This way so I can see the timer. Get that leg in position. You're driving that foot up towards the ceiling. And go. Switch legs. All right, getting in position for our push-ups. For the hover, I will call it. It will be a 3 count down, hover, push. Getting ready. 1, 2, 3, hover, push. 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 Good work, everybody. Yeah, it's a hard one. On your backs for flutter kicks. So you can do a scissor kick or a flutter kick. Make sure you're pushing. Your lower back is connected with the mat. Go. To make the exercise harder, your legs are more fully extended, closer to the floor. A little bit easier, can be up higher. You want to feel that challenge in your abs. You can have your hands out to the side for balance. You can have them up here. Halfway. Stay strong. Keep that pace. Everybody's pace is really good. Staying on your back for windshield washers. Again, think about the drive from your end range of motion over to the other side. Doesn't have to be, you don't have to do the reps fast, but you want to do that movement from the one end of range of motion. You want to really push over to that other side and push over to the other side. You really want to feel, you want your abs, think about your obliques, really pulling those legs over to the other side. Keeping your knees connected. All right, ab finisher. I will call you in. Take advantage of your 20 seconds. Hollow hold. Again, make sure you're not arching your back, that your lower back is connected to the mat. Arms and legs are up. You're making that banana shape. And go. Again, you can make it a bit easier. The more extended your arms and legs are. Whew.
Oh,
Almost there, halfway. 10 more seconds. Down. Good work. That one's a killer. 2 minutes. 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
Gwen, for that last one,
Yes.
where's our head with that last one? Is it down or just slightly up, or?
You know what? It's harder if your head is up. And my concern is if you bring your head up, you want to be confident that you've got the ab strength to do that, because otherwise what happens is you crunch your neck and you hold that tension in your shoulders.
Okay.
So I would say 75% or more, just leave your head on the mat, right? If you should feel your abs shaking, all right? If your abs aren't shaking by the end of that exercise, you're not challenging your body enough, right? Because this is isometric. So, basically you could be here if you were really a beginner, which I know you're not, but I'm just demonstrating, right? The further away your arms and legs are pointing away, the more this has to contract to hold everything in that solid shape, right? So if I come up here, I'm even challenging it even more, but I'm trying to keep my shoulders down and my neck relaxed during it. You don't have to raise your head to get that. Take your arms and legs farther away, and then you don't have to worry so much about holding the tension here. But good question.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Wow, that time went fast. We got 30 seconds, guys. When the heck did that happen? Yeah, and he muted everybody.
Well, I unmuted him because I couldn't hear anything.
Okay, no, that's fine. It was just like, everybody was like, yeah, I can't hear Gwen. I don't know what to do. All right, now we're going into that lateral squat walk.
So
So
how did
now with the movement, the challenge is stay low. So 1, 2, 3, tap. 1, 2, 3, tap. Come on, Alan. Let's see those football moves. There we go. I love it. See, one of the advantages of being back at the tank is we get to see all these great moves all our teammates do. Almost there. Switching to split squats. Think about your range of motion in a split squat. Again, if you're getting all the way down and getting that full range of motion, makes the exercise harder, right? The farther your legs are apart, the tougher it is because you're challenging your balance. Go! Switch. If you're having balance issues like I am today, you can take your stance a bit wider. Just make sure that your knees are still tracking forward in the movement and not caving in. Switching to single leg deadlift. I'll be so excited when we can add resistance to this because you guys make this one look easy. Ready, 5 seconds. Really drive up, but drive up from the legs, not the body. Go! Driving up. Switching legs. Annie, just give yourself something to stabilize yourself, okay?
Okay.
Whoop. Down to the mat for donkey kick. Again, make sure that you're not arching your back, either flexing or extending it during the move. You want to keep that back nice and neutral and push. Keeping your core and your hips stable during the movement. Switch legs. Make sure that your weight is evenly distributed as well, and you're not leaning on one side as you do these exercises. Or hover push-ups. I'll count you in. You should really feel the retraction of your shoulder blades in that hover. That's where I want those shoulder blades touching. Go. 1, 2, 3. Hover, push. 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 Good work. Rolling over for flutter kicks. On flutter kicks, the body position is very similar to what I described in hollow hold. So you don't have to lift your head and shoulders, especially if you're going to hold tension there. The distance between your arms and legs, if you're going to make it harder, stay in that hollow hold position and challenge your arms to be stable. You can have your hands on your belly, you can have them out to the side for balance. Think about how straight you can keep your legs. You can have a soft knee, but you don't want to be up here. You want to try and straighten them because, again, you're away from kind of that core of your body and you're challenging it. 5 seconds. Switch, staying on your back for windshield wipers. Again, you want to be quick in the movement from your range of motion, end of range of motion. And your range of motion stops when that opposite shoulder starts to lift off the mat. Go. We've done this one for about a month now, and you should find that you actually are getting a bigger range of motion and you're getting further than you were when we started in week 1. I even see people challenging themselves more from the bent leg moving to a straight leg, which is great if your body's ready to do that. Because you want to execute with perfect form. Final exercise, hollow hold. And I know this one's a pain. But it's like medicine, it's good for you. Starting in 5 seconds. Keeping that back pressed into the mat, and you're up. Focus on your breathing. Pull your belly button in towards your spine. You're more than halfway. more seconds. Down. Nice work, everybody. Two minutes.
Stop that.
What's that?
How can you stop that?
Because it's 30 seconds. 40 is kind of cruel and unusual punishment, so.
I agree. Just wondering.
Rob wants to know why we don't do 40 seconds. He can do 40 seconds.
Yeah.
And he votes yes. We're going to leave Rob in hollow hold for 10 more seconds in the next round. Yeah, if you want more of a challenge, when I say down, you know there's going to be 10 more seconds of timer. Go for it.
Put your legs lower then.
Oh, mine?
His.
Oh, his. Yeah, okay. I'll watch him this time.
They're low.
They're low. He's in corpse pose at the moment. He's my guinea pig because on the screen it's like, am I working you guys hard enough? And then I, look over here and
He's dead.
he's. I know we're working you guys hard enough. You really are doing a competitive level workout. So you should all be really proud of yourselves for that. And it's an investment in your fitness. It's not just, about paddling. It just, it's our everyday lives. So you can't see her. She's just under the camera, but my black cat is sitting watching everyone. So Ivy's in charge of this round. We're going in 20 seconds, starting with that lateral squat walk. I was watching, everyone was doing a good job, so make sure you're staying low in that movement.
I can see her ears.
Okay, you can
Yeah.
see yours. Going in 3 seconds, get in position. Go. I'm going to put Sylvan and Alan head to head. I'm going to count how many reps they do because they're like on it. But no bouncing, you guys. Joan's getting pretty fast there too, I know. But what I like is I'm not seeing any heads move. Oh, look at Colleen go. She's got long legs. She does about, what I'd have to do 6 to keep up with you. Down, good work, everybody. Moving into our split squats. Again, if you need more challenge, you can have your arms up during the motion. Ready? Go! Your trunk is nice and tall. Pulling your core. Focusing on driving up. Switch legs. Five more seconds. Switching to single leg deadlift. Going in 10 seconds. How's that heart rate, Bernadette? Okay? Okay, keep an eye on it. Go. Control down, up, nice and strong. Control down, up, strong. Good work. Kathleen makes it look like a dance. Switch legs. This exercise is a real challenge for me because I struggle with my hip mobility. And it's something that my coach has identified I really need to focus on. Moving into donkey kick. So by default, I'm having you guys focus on it too. Nice neutral spine. Nice and strong on the up. Go. Making sure that you can feel your weight distribution is even. Switch legs. Switching to our hover push-ups. Nice, Jamie. Good. Make sure you're focusing on that lever body, everybody. Go. 1, 2, 3. Hover, push. 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 Good work. On your back for flutter kicks. In position. Go. Think about contracting your abs. They're nice and solid. Building that nice solid core. It's just going to rip the blade through the water in a couple of months. 10 seconds. Down. Windshield washers. Again, watch where the end of your range of motion is. You don't want to be lifting those shoulders. Think about your obliques doing all the work. Go. I can tell you that everyone that I can see, these have improved greatly through January. And as we move into more resistance band work, you won't have to do these as often, but I have other wonderful things planned for you. And down, moving into hollow hold. So Rob's going to do 40 seconds. Who's in with him? Sylvan's in. It's a competition now. 5 seconds, everybody. Up. Think about pulling your belly button in towards your spine. Focus on your breathing. Nice big inhales and exhales. That's 30 seconds. 10 more seconds for Gwen, Sylvan, and Rob. Down. I don't know if you guys heard that. It was pretty good. And I didn't go back to check on him, but I heard at the end he definitely held it for the last 10 seconds.
Not the first 30, but the last 10.
Yeah, he says not the first 30, but the last 10 he held it. One more round, everybody. I am really seeing some strength progress. And I was talking to a paddler the other night, and we were discussing how important it is to build this foundation. And you've all done a really, really good job doing that. I can see you're very focused on form. And that's really going to pay off as we move into the heavier resistance. Yes. Thanks, Joan. Thanks for joining us for part of it. Joan and Brenda are going to the visitation for Anne Reed's mom. Extended that I appreciated the support that we're giving to our teammate. Losing someone's always hard. It's even tougher through these times when we can't properly acknowledge and celebrate their lives. Going in 25 seconds, one more round. 15. Again, the speed with which you do the lateral walk, and those who are doing it faster, that's fine. Keep that going. It's more making sure you're in that stable position. Ready? Go. Because if you're doing it faster, that's great, but you want to keep level. You don't want to see that bobbing motion, because we're keeping all of this nice and tight and controlled as we move from side to side. Good work. I would say over 75% of the exercises in this circuit challenge our core. But that's often where we need the most work. Split squats. Going in 10 seconds. Again, if you need more challenge, arms over your head. Otherwise, stay nice and tight to your core. Go. Pushing up nice and strong. Thinking about your range of motion. Can you get that knee a little bit closer to the mat? And then still driving up nice and strong. Switching legs. Ooh. I know I always feel a difference because my left hip is my sticky one. Switching to single leg deadlift. Think about your balance here. Your balance comes from pulling all of this in, keeping this nice and controlled, just like those lateral squat walks we did. So, you keep that under control. You can pull down and drive up. Good work. Switch. And if you're having a balance issue or fatigued now, it's okay to tap down at the end of the movement and just reset. I would rather, in those kinds of exercises, that you did tap down, reset your body so that you're not in some sort of odd position when you go into it. Down for donkey kick, everybody. Go. about driving that heel towards the ceiling, getting that hip extension, driving with your glute. Switch. Ten more seconds. And down. Hover push-ups. Last set. I know they're tough. Again, if you're doing them on your toes, you can take your feet a bit wider. Give yourself more of a center of balance. Go. 1, 2, 3, hover, push. 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 1, 2, 3, hover, push, down. Good work, everybody. On your back for the last 3 exercises of the morning. Moving into flutter kicks. Go. Halfway. Ten more seconds. Keep that pace. Stay strong. Contract your abs. Down. Nice work. Windshield wipers.
Frozen in the snow.
Rob says his are frozen to his car. Getting ready. Nice big swings. Go. Nice, Alan. These are the best ones I've seen you do this month. Ten more seconds. Hang in there. Keep that pace. And down. Last exercise. Who's in for 40 seconds? Sylvan's in. Rob's in whether he likes it or not. And up.
Excuse me.
Ten more seconds for the 30-second people. Nice straight limbs, nice and strong. 30 seconds is past. And down. Good work, everybody. Rob had the added advantage of the cat decided to come and visit him in the middle of it. Good work, everybody. Grab a drink. Nicely done. I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired. Exhausted, yeah, a little exhausted. I have my erg workout after this too. Oh man. Make sure you don't come to a full stop. Rob's now reclining in a chair. You want to slowly let your heart rate come down to its recovery rate. I need one of those cameras that moves.
No. No, you don't. I'll wear this.
So like I said, we will be, still continuing with some circuit work on Wednesdays. But we will be able to reintroduce some cardio work in the tank. So when we go back, I really want to focus on the strength aspect so that we're really maximizing that time. And then in March, we'll be working on more circuit work. So we'll actually have the ergs out. We may have them out in February more as an anchor. And then in March, we'll be doing some erg work just to get our heart rates elevated and warm before we go into the strength aspect of the training. So, but I've got some really fun ideas. Those of you who were with me last winter, we did some partner Zoom workouts. So I'm going to incorporate that into our March training because it's a little easier to yell at your partner from 10 feet away than trying to crawl up to a screen to switch off. But those were well received. It was a lot of fun, and it really kind of pushed our sense of competitiveness that we certainly want to develop as we get closer to being on the water. So let me just pull down our cool down. We'll do a couple extra stretches today. And I'll let you guys go early for breakfast or second breakfast or early lunch. Nice shoulder rolls. Nice. Really think about your range of motion. Doesn't have to be a fast movement, but really think about pressing up, pressing back, pressing down and forward. Especially with those hover push-ups. I know those are hard. But the payoff is great. Forward. Good work. Moving into our goalposts. I can feel those push-ups right in the back of my shoulder today. Make sure that you're in that L position, not W, that your elbows are up even with your shoulders, and drop. Back up. Nice. Relax your shoulders though. Don't hold that tension in your neck and shoulders, and drop. Back up. And drop. Nice. Let's go into a cross arm stretch. Making sure we're keeping that shoulder down and it's not tracking up towards our ears. Switching to a tricep stretch on that arm. Switching sides. Starting with the cross arm stretch. Again, check in, make sure you're keeping that shoulder down. Switching to tricep stretch. And release. Moving into our next stretch. So tucking your arm behind, finding that spot. So you're releasing your upper trap. Staying out there. It's a very passive stretch. I was really struggling with some tightness in that area. Release, switching sides. And so I took my therapy release ball And I just laid on the floor and found that tight spot and then just slowly shook my head no from side to side. And it was amazing. It released a lot of the pressure because I thought I was going to have to go for a sports massage this week. And release. Starting with feet shoulder width apart, we're going to go into a forward fold, nice soft knees, thinking about bringing the chest to the knees. So big breath in. Folding over, my knees are soft. I'm thinking about how close I can get my chest to my knees and just hanging out here. Feeling that release through your hamstrings. With each breath, you may find that you're going just a little bit deeper into the stretch. Nice big deep breaths in and out here. Sliding your hands up to just on top of your knees. We're going into some standing cat-cow. So inhale as you do a back extension, chins up, and then exhaling to a rounded cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Take your stance wider. Slowly roll down to center. If you need more of a stretch here, you can walk your hands behind your feet. That will intensify the stretch. You don't have to. And go down as far as your range of motion allows. But what I want you to do is I want you to walk your hands to one side. And again, maybe you're holding at your shin, maybe you're holding at your ankle, maybe you are getting all the way over to your toes. And feel how that stretch feels different and releases different muscles. Back to center. Walking over to the other side. Still breathing, nice and deep. We're releasing all that lactic acid. Back to center. Rolling up slowly. Head comes up last. And down to the mat. Start with the spinal twist. Legs are out, straight in front. One leg crosses over. That opposite hand wraps around the knee. And we twist. Sitting nice and tall in our twist. You can take your gaze towards the back hand to intensify the twist. Nice deep breaths here. And release. Come back to center. Switch legs. Knee up. Crossing over and twist.
Excuse me.
And release. Lying down on the mat. I'm going to do one more shoulder conditioning stretch. Take your arms to cactus arms. So think about those goal posts, but now we're going to do them on the floor. So if I've got my goalpost arms, right, I'm just laying flat. My shoulders are connected to the mat, and I'm just going to let my arms drop. So this is the position, but I'm laying down. This is a good one if you find you struggle getting your chest open when you're sitting or standing. Now see if you can drop those hands down, staying in those goalpost arms, because it keeps your alignment. And release. Bring one leg up. Squeeze it in. Take that opposite hand. Pull that leg over wherever your range of motion is. and the other arm goes back. We're doing a full supine twist here. Get a bit of a glute release, spinal twist. Cat comes to visit. And release. Switching legs. Pull that leg in. Give yourself a little bit of a hug. Pull that knee over, wherever your range of motion is. And it may change from side to side, extending that opposite arm and looking towards the extended arm. And release. Let's go into our figure 4 stretch. So our ankle comes onto the top of the opposite knee. Again, initially just concentrate on pushing that knee away from the body and see how that feels. And then you can bring that leg up and go into the stretch. And release. Switch legs. Bring your leg up if you need to intensify the stretch on this side. And release. Rolling over. We'll do thread the needle. Can either be in tabletop or child's pose, depending on what's accessible to you. So in child's pose, my knees are at the edges of my mat, my toes are touching. And child's pose is an active stretch. So I'm walking my hands forward and pushing my glutes back, pushing my bum back. And I'm feeling a full body side stretch here. Then I want you to take one arm, thread it through to the other side. Maybe your head comes down to the mat, maybe it doesn't. But wherever the end of your range of motion is, you'll feel that release through your shoulder blade, top of your shoulder, and reset. Other arm. And release. We'll do pigeon stretch. I don't think Anna's on the call today. She was asking for me to go through a pigeon. So with pigeon, think about your front leg like we do when we're in the 90-90s. In perfect form, your leg would be directly perpendicular on your mat at 90 degrees. And I can't get mine there. You may have to tuck it in a little bit for your range of motion. So my leg is in front. Ideally, like I said, it would be across my mat. I have to tuck mine in a bit. And then I'm just kind of snaking that back leg back until I feel that stretch in my glute. And this is a pretty intense glute stretch. So now my arms are stacked like I would be in push-up position. And that's where I start. As I want to intensify the stretch, I can move down to my forearms. And that may be where I stay. If I need more, I can open up my arms and I can try and get my forehead down to the mat. But only go to the end of your range of motion. You never want to feel pain, and this is quite an intense stretch.
I can't see where your legs are, Quinn.
So, here, I'll pull my camera down a little bit. Oh yeah, I'm a bit higher today. Let me move it there. Okay, so let's do the other side. So here's my yoga mat. Here's my knees on one side, and I'm going to try and get it kind of my toes to the other side of the mat. So here I am, okay? I'm trying to go across, but I can't get to a 90. I don't have that flexibility or that range of motion. So I'm going to go as close to that as I can, and then I'm going to come up here, right? So I've got one leg across this way, and I'm snaking the back leg back until I feel that right in my hip joint, in the back of my glute. And it's pretty intense, especially on this side. This is my sticky side. And then I can slowly, if it allows, go down to my forearms. And this is a really, really important stretch to breathe through. You really want to be, concentrating on sending oxygen to that spot. And if you need more, you can even try and get your head down to the mat. This one almost brings tears to my eyes. That's how I know where my hip mobility is at. And then just walk up with your hands and release out of the stretch. We'll finish with a cobbler stretch. So feet together, just letting our knees drop. Jamie, I don't know if you caught one of the replays, but I gave you a big shout out on your flexibility. How you just, how I envy your flexibility. So you're nice and tall here. Just a little more external rotation of the hips and an inner thigh stretch. And then just slowly come to one side, back up to standing, making sure you're not moving too fast. Head comes up last. A couple of big deep breaths here. You guys see me? I'll go right back to the wall. Up high, hold at the top, and release. And again up, and release. And last one. Up, and release. Great work, everyone. Fantastic effort today. So pleased. Sylvain, was your friend coming today?
I guess he didn't make it.
Okay, I did watch for him.
I understand, but I'm gonna
Another
have
time. Excellent. All right, make sure that you're adding some protein to your breakfast. You need to replenish all the energy and fuel that you just expended, but great effort. I will send a note out tomorrow. I will have some resources on the online platform. I have my morning workout with my crew, but I'll be working on it tomorrow. Just, if you want to familiarize yourself with positioning, kind of what space you need as we move into the resistance band workout, because I know everybody's got a different home setup. And like I say, I think the easiest way is if we go into supersets. So we'll do an A and B exercise. We'll do all our rounds of that. Then we'll have a break where we can switch and reset. The workout will take the same amount of time, in the sense that, especially once I get to the tank, I have to keep it to 45 minutes, right? So we've had the benefit of additional time here. And that's something I also want you to think about as we transition back to in-person. One of the things that we lose is we lose that, I always do a warm-up with group 1, and I do it kind of depending on how long it takes for group 2, we don't always get an extended cool down. So make sure that you're still focusing on incorporating that cool down time, especially as we move back to in-person, because we've had an advantage. I know it doesn't seem like it, but we've had an advantage in this workout portion that we've had more time to focus on mobility and stretching and, taking advantage of all of that. So I want you to, even if you're taking, 5 or 10 minutes when you get home, to just make sure that you're doing that cool down after the workouts. But I will send more resources out to you tomorrow. We'll be ready to go. We're going to start our strength training on Monday, and I'm excited. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Well, I won't bring them, Sylvain. We were trying to figure out how to bring Zoe at one point, because on Wednesdays, I will be there all day. I'll be putting in an 8-hour day with training, because I'll have 3 groups on Wednesdays. So we'll have to, once the weather's warmer, maybe we'll bring her out and Rob will do walks or something. But yes, it's been nice. I've actually very much enjoyed, and we'll talk more once we go to the full transition, kind of being allowed to for little glimpses into your life. There's my Ivy. Say hi, everybody. Anyways, go get something to eat. Enjoy your weekends, everyone, and I will see you on Monday.
Thanks, Gwen.
Thanks.
Everybody, thank you, Gwen.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. My pleasure.
Thank you, Gwen. Thank you, everybody.
Salut, Sylvain.
Bonne journée, Al.
Bonne journée à toi.
Thanks. Have a great weekend.
You too,
Bye.
Mark. Thanks for joining us. Nice job co-hosting there, Annie.
Well, I didn't figure out how, but it doesn't seem to matter that we didn't have them muted because nobody interrupted.
They're pretty good. They're pretty good. It's more background noise that I worry
Yeah.
about, or like if somebody
Yeah,
comes
I
into
didn't,
the
but I didn't
room.
notice any, so.
No, it was very good. It was
But I noticed
very
when I
good.
muted all, it muted you too, so.
It
then I
does.
did- And
But
then,
I get a notification that it's done that. So that was how I could go.
oh, you
And
could have,
that's fine. It was not a
you could
problem.
have unmuted yourself then.
Yeah, I had no problem doing that. Yeah. So that's
right.
not a problem. So great work. I
Thank
can
you.
see you getting stronger. Are you feeling stronger?
Yes, it's just, my wrist isn't getting better because I'll pick up the stapler at work and use it and it hurts my wrist. So no,
Yeah.
my wrist is getting better, but.
Yeah. But I think overall, like I'm seeing better form. I'm seeing you are definitely getting stronger. So you
I
know,
feel stronger, although I
good.
get, although right now, a couple, the U-shaped one.
Oh,
what
the
did you-
hollow hold? That's a killer,
The-
man.
Well, a couple of times I had a pain in my side, but then I
Okay.
get that just sitting at the desk at work if I move just the wrong way. So
Right.
I've had the ultrasound. I haven't had the results yet, though.
Okay. Well, keep me posted on that.
I will.
Okay. All right. Enjoy your weekend, my dear.
You too.
Take care.